my mama didn't know this? Dang, you started losing respect. How my dad didn't know this, especially him. I'm starting to lose respect for my family. How they didn't know 44 states was marrying children? Yeah, your dad acting like he's your hero. He's in the military. He's in the Navy branch of the military. You thought he was your hero until you found out he didn't know 44 states was marrying children. Now he's not your hero no more. How he go to the Navy, get educated, probably went to college before that, sometimes, went to college, went and performed in the Navy, but then he don't even know 44 states is marrying children. I can't make this up. And you start to lose respect, just like I have for this whole country. How in the world they don't know this? I feel like Anakin before he turned to Vader. I feel like Anakin before he turned to Darth Vader. How do they not know this? They know everything else about me and you. They know all this stuff about everybody, right? But how's it come that they don't know about 44 states with child marriage in their own country? The whole culture doesn't know. Beyonce don't know. Jay-Z don't know. Tupac didn't talk about it. Nobody talked about it. Biggie didn't talk about it. No one talked about this. Eminem ain't talking about it. Well, we can't be one-track minded. They don't just rap, do they? They don't just sing songs, do they? We can't be one-track minded. All these black political rappers, all these, you know the type, ain't none of them talking about it. And then as much as Kanye be talking, he ain't saying nothing about it. You ever heard Kanye talking about 44 states marrying children? I got Kanye beat. Kanye always talking about something. He ain't talking about that, is he? I got him beat. Well, he ain't talking about it. He talking about everything else, though. He talking about George Bush didn't like black people. He started there. He started talking about Taylor Swift. With Beyonce, she should have won. He kept going there. Other things. But you never heard him talking about 44 states marrying children, did you? Looks like I'm the top dog after all. Kendrick Lamar, he's a good artist. I respect him. But he ain't talking about 44 states with child marriage either. He's not talking about it either. So there's no one, literally, there's no one talking about this. And there's no disrespect on a personal level or anything like that. Because honestly, I don't know them personally. So how can it be personal? That part. I mean, I can see if I was in the music industry. But if I don't know you personally, how's it personal? That part. I'm talking about your position in society, and you ain't educated. It's that alone. Don't make it no more than what it is. Your position in society, how people see you, but you don't even know this. So how am I an overnight activist? Well, I think that's an understatement. If somebody gonna call me something overnight, they need to call me something better than that. I've become a superpower. I'm an overnight national leader. That's what I am. Well, 44 states marrying children, that makes me the leader, buddy. Ain't nobody else talking about it. So I ain't no national overnight civil rights leader or civil rights. No, civil rights overnight activist is how people, overnight activists. I am not first of all, I don't consider myself an activist anyway. I am not an activist. I am a national leader. I've been coast to coast. I've seen all the culture. I've seen all the people. I'm a national leader. I ain't no activist. No disrespect to them. Everybody got to play their part. But that's not what I am. So that don't even apply to me. I am not an activist. Nothing wrong with being an activist. You had the civil rights activists. It's very, very noble work. But that's not my position. I am a national leader. I'm not a president. I'm not a king. I am a prophet and a national and was supposed to be a national leader for your community. Okay? Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, I'm not overnight. Anybody want to go check my Facebook? I've been talking like this for over a decade. That part. And before that, I was on YouTube making videos about all this stuff going on in this country. I was hitting on some things then. I ain't gonna say all, but I was hitting on some key things back in 2007 and 2008. So how am I overnight? You just didn't know about me. That's all it is. You just didn't know about me. Well, so then that makes it overnight to you, not to me. Not my being is not overnight doing this. You just didn't know about me. Because you go by fame. Okay? I look at it for what it is. People go by fame. Well, you didn't know me yesterday. Now you're saying I'm overnight activist because you know me today. Well, before you knew me, I was still doing this. Go check my Facebook. That's all I say. I say it like Birdman say. Go Google me, man. Go Google me. Go Google me. I've been about this. But they just yapping and telling you this and that and the third. That's what it is. And respect for those who show respect in the proper way and you mean well, respect for you to you. Okay? But this mentality comes from somewhere. You know, it's not with one person. And the bottom line is, ain't nobody doing nothing. Everybody sitting around looking like they done smoked the L and done drunk a 40 and done ate a good plate of food. Everybody sitting around on the couch looking like that. You know how people look after they sit and smoke the spliff, drunk a 40, then ate some soul food, watching the game. They lay down on the side of the couch, then they look over at you. That's the look I'm talking about. That's what everybody's like. Most of us, the people here. That's why look, man, I'm not Black Lives Matter because I feel like they failed. Black Lives Matter never came down to the hood. That's what everybody can complain about. Not complained about it before everybody else did. See, I knew I wasn't alone. I knew I was right about this. Black Lives Matter never even came down to the hood. That's why they failed. They failed because they didn't even come down to the hood. How are you going to talk about Black Lives Matter but not go where Black lives are at? Well, last time I checked, Black lives were in the ghetto. But you don't see them down there, do you? You know why? Because they were scared. That's why. You tell me any other reason why. Because they were scared. In between all these police shootings that they like to run to, why they didn't go down to the hood and just do good charitable work? You know, cook food, cookouts, do a little cookout. Talking to the people. You know, everybody, if you feed a man, he'll listen to you. That's what we do. If you give me a plate, I'll sit there and listen to you. See what you got to say worthwhile. Hamburger, hot dog, you sit out there and feed me, boom. I sit out there and listen. And I eat. And then I take what you said more to heart than you doing it from downtown in every metropolis. From every metropolis, you always downtown. You ain't never in any ghetto. See, that's what I'm saying. And that's why they failed. Then the parents start blaming them for taking money or using their children's lives for a means of money. They start being accused of that. And that's when it all failed then. And how much money y'all done gave to Black Lives Matter? But you ain't never seen them in the hood. They just capitalize off the name. They got a nice name, and you just threw in the money. You just start cash apping like a mug. You don't start tricking off on Black Lives Matter. Cash apping like a mug. You tricking off. Come to find out, man, now the parents of dead people, victims, are complaining about Black Lives Matter using their children. The parents complaining. See? And the problem was they didn't get groomed by the community. They should have went down in the hood, and they would have understood the language and understood what they needed to do. They didn't do that though. They did not do that. They stayed where it was safe at for whatever reason. Because they just should have just had enough leadership to go down there. It didn't have to literally be the founders. Literally. Just have a presence down there. And you had the right kind of people that was built for the hood. I mean, some people in the hood was Black Lives Matter. All you had to do was start recruiting and let your website reach out to the urban areas of the cities to start recruiting for Black Lives Matter. And people in the hood would have been down there talking about it. That lived in the hood. You could have recruited from the hood. But you didn't do that, did you? And you still had supporters, though, from the hood. They wore the shirts and everything. You didn't even take advantage. I ain't say take advantage, but you didn't even use that and utilize that properly. It was all kind of people in the hood wearing Black Lives Matter shirts. All they had to do was recruit in those places, in those neighborhoods. And they didn't even do that. And they would have spoke to the people down there. You didn't even have to ever meet them face to face. They would have seen the philosophy, understood you do some messages, show what it's about, do a mission statement. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself out there like what you're trying to do, and then they can articulate that same message to the community. You didn't do that, did you? See, I know how this goes. Yeah, you ain't dealing with no slouch. I'm just strategic right now. I'm not doing anything until this war ends. You think I'm playing, and I'm not. I am not playing. They thought I was playing. I take war seriously. Just like Tupac said, I take this war seriously. I don't play. You want to go to war with me, it's going to be hard, and it's going to be tough, and people going to die. Yeah, I ain't playing no games. You either respect me as a man and a black man, or treat me as a child because I'm a black man. You think I'm playing with you, and I'm not. I'm more educated than you, so I got that part covered. I'm smarter than you. I proved it. On every issue, I'm giving you solutions. I'm showing you all the counters in your politics. How Obama was in office, and then they put Donald Trump as a counter. I just showed you that. Donald Trump was a counter to the racial progress that Obama made. I can look at any issue in your country and have a higher sense of understanding than most of you have. Well, you haven't displayed a higher understanding. You have not displayed a higher understanding to the people. I have. See, you think I'm caught, you caught. You think I'm trapped, you trapped. Well, the Bible makes it clear. The pit that you set for me is set for you. You dig a pit for me, you might as well dig one for yourself. That's why I let you do what you do, because I know you're digging it for yourself, and I need you to have a pit dug for you. So what better way to do it? To think you're digging one for me. To let you think you're digging a pit for me, which your karma's gonna bring one back for you. What better way to give you a pit? A true pit that you deserve. Well, let you dig one for me. Let you dig one for me. And then you know you deserve it. You even know you deserve it. Well, you tried to dig a pit for me. Now one's dug for you. I think that works out, don't it? See, there's people that pay real dues and they know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing. Long as I'm here in this room and you playing games out there, all of y'all gonna suffer. It's just how it goes in the rodeo. This is how this goes, folks. This is how it goes. Ain't nothing I'm saying untruthful. Ain't nothing I'm saying untruthful. Ain't nothing I'm telling you wrong. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you yell, hoop, and holler. I don't care what kind of images. I don't care what kind of meditation you do up here. All of that is cursed. Anytime you meditate against this room, you have cursed your country. This is my rank. I'm not here to play no game with you. I'm not here to be discovered with you. You meditate up here, I'm cursing your city and your country. That's how high ranking I am. You're dealing with someone that's just as high ranking as Dr. Buzzard. I'm just as high ranking as Marie Laveau. Go look them up. Those were people on the dark side with voodoo. But I'm on God's side. But I'm spiritually high ranking to get things through Christ to manifest against you. Money can be manipulated. All a human being has to do is say no. Money or the lack of money doesn't prove spiritual rank. Yeah, I know, that's a 7. Yeah, you think a lack of money proves who I am spiritually. No, it doesn't. You dying proves who I am spiritually. Not the lack of money or money. It doesn't prove anything. Man can manipulate the money system. Man does manipulate the money system, definitely towards black people. So how that's going to prove your spiritual rank when it's being manipulated towards black people? That part. What proves my spiritual rank is that y'all dying. You got that? You dying, buddy. Ain't no greater indication. Ain't no greater indication than the enemies are dying. You can have a pocket full of money and still got enemies all around. My enemies are not all around. They fading away. That's the difference. So I'm high ranking just as like the queen of voodoo, Dr. Buzzard. I'm up there, buddy. So just so you get a picture and a glimpse of what you're dealing with. Because I know you thought I was just some little tambourine shaking guy. Got a little church fan. I figure that's how you see me in some kind of way, right? How about now? Yeah, it's your worst nightmare realized. You're dealing with a spiritual person that can manifest against you. I can manifest against you. And now you're starting to realize that. Yeah, most of you witches and warlocks are really realizing it. You're realizing it now, right? That I actually can manifest. But I give God the praise. I really do. I give God the glory for real. Because without him, I can manifest nothing. But you're in trouble. Because I understand manifesting. Unlike these other Christians, I understand what I need to manifest. And I ain't worried about no money. I go to the streets. I go wherever I got to go to defeat this people. Okay? If they don't have my money, like I told you, it's just as easy, it's just as real as hearing Dr. Buzzard or the Queen of Voodoo, Marie Laveau, her telling you the same thing. I'm just on God's side. I'm on the light side. You don't have my money, y'all dead. You can take that to the bank, no pun intended. You don't have my money, y'all dead. Okay? And God is going to do it. He is going to do it. He's doing it already. So you played with the wrong man. Now you see where I'm at. You ain't nothing but a gremlin in my world. You a snack. You a whole snack. Nothing more, nothing less. Can't be serious. You a snack in my world. And that's why they think I'm evil, because you dying. I'm not evil. I'm not evil at all. It's just you pay real dues. You pay real consequences. You playing with God's people. You won't win. I promise you, you won't win. You thought I was going to be some little pitiful little dude that was going to sit down and let you play with me and just die like that. Imagine that. I don't know what they've been watching. I don't know what they've been watching on TV. But boy, you got a funny, twisted imagination. You thought I was going to sit here and let you play with me like that. And now you see I didn't. Can you give credit to that? Now you see you didn't play with me like you thought you was. Well, you're dying. And I give God the praise. For real, I do. You dying, bruh. I played my part and God did what he does best. He just was God. He released the power. He released everything. He did what he did. He does best. He is God. He literally is God. He demonstrates he's God. You understand? So ain't no way out of this. That little cartoon foolishness you doing down there. Let me tell you something, man. That only can who could be affected by that these days? Just some little idiot, right? Like, bruh, man, ain't nobody stupid. And even if somebody's not aware, they might just do something to people like you. What about that part? Just get tired of hearing your voice. Get tired of hearing you and just do something to you. I don't care. Look, man, you flattering yourself. Who you think you are? Look, you live off that. That gasses you. You confident because of that. That don't mean nothing to me. As long as you are a human being, you can be defeated. I just got to apply the pressure. Whatever pressure I have to apply, and as many as I have to take. You got 333 million Americans here. All I got to do is apply the pressure. That ain't even 1 billion people. Why you thinking you so strong? You ain't even 1 billion people here. You 333 million in America. You're not even 400 million people. You're not. You're 333 million people. You can be defeated. God can take you. So that's why you little witches and warlocks, you can't be serious, man. You see the numbers I'm thinking about? 333 million Americans. While you down there playing a game. That's why I'm saying you in the wrong league. You're in the wrong situation. And you're going to cause actually more damage than good. Instead of you thinking it's me, or people thinking it's me, they're going to realize it's you that caused all this, which is reality. You play with me, we start talking about the whole situation. After all, they sitting back and letting you do it. After all, they're probably financing you. I pretty much figured that it's all Americans involved, right? Pretty much. So why would I care about the overall population when they're opposing me? Put yourself in my shoes. Without thinking about America, think about the technicalities. Okay, it's a whole nation, people playing around this man. Why would he care about that country? What you expect him to do? That part. That's all I'm saying.